Again, I dare you. I double dare you, mother.
Get busy living. Or get busy dying.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. And here we go.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Cinema Cult Podcast. I'm your host, Cody Maloof. With me, as always, my co-host, Dante Troina. And we are talking about our most anticipated movies of 2026. Dante, what do you think?
What's coming up? You know, as soon as we get 2025 over with, we're flipping the calendar year. We are 1 year closer to 2027, where the Batman Part 2 will come out. So that is my most anticipated thing about this upcoming year.
Sure.
There's just one more calendar year to put behind us until we get a masterpiece. So
Sure. Yeah, 2025, pretty solid year for movies. Overall, I mean, we had some ups and downs, but I thought overall I enjoyed quite a few of the releases we got in 2025 to one extent or another. 2026 shaping up to be pretty decent, I think. I think it could be at least on par with 2025. We've definitely got some things here that will be big hits, some stuff that I think a lot of people want to see, and then hopefully some hidden gems that not a lot of people are talking about
Yes.
right now. I think also
hopefully tons of stuff that we don't even know about yet.
that's
too.
what I was going to say. Yeah, I think at this
Yeah.
point in the year, I've got a list here of 78 movies that I'm anticipating. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I have a list. My list is 78 movies long at this point. That's pretty decent for me at this point in the year, or, you know, mid-January. As stuff gets announced and kind of revealed to us throughout the year, this list will grow probably to somewhere in like the 120 to 30 range. So that's usually how it goes for me every year. Dante, do you want to start us off here? What do you got? We're going to go through this by release order, right? So we're going to do the movies coming out soonest first, and then we're going to go down that way.
Yeah. I got one that I haven't seen that's been out for about a week now. Greenland 2 Migration. Cody.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Starting
excited
off
for this
strong.
movie because I did not know there was a Greenland 1. So I'm just
Oh.
excited to see that we're growing more franchises. Gerard Butler, I don't know what sort of contracts he's getting, but holy shit, this is just added to the collection of Gerard doing random movies that we won't remember the title to or know that they existed. So Greenland 2 Migration, didn't know there was Greenland 1. Really excited to see it. In all seriousness, there's one that's out today that I'm really looking forward to. I think half the world has seen this movie already. When I check my timeline, like people saw it back in November. But 28 years later, The Bone Temple, directed by
Yes.
Nia DaCosta, looks like it's shaping up to be a pretty good one. I think we're all excited that we're getting one of these so fast after a long layoff in between 28 weeks and 28 years. Seeing that this one is coming 28 weeks after 28 years, The Bone Temple is looking pretty promising. I think you're going to be able to see this one pretty soon. I'll still have to wait on it a bit because of location, but I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah. First, I want to say there is a Greenland 1. I have not seen it, but I was aware of its
Confirmed.
existence. Greenland 2 Migration, I think at the end, there's going to be a post-credit scene for Greenland 3 Annexation where Donald Trump is in the post-credits and he says, I would like to buy your Greenland for,
How much?
for missile purposes. But no, I'm also really, really high. I will not be seeing Greenland 2 Migration, I don't think, unless, something
Unless there is a post-credit
something
scene
happens.
like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
then maybe I'll have to watch it. But yeah, 20 years later, part 2, The Bone Temple. Is that its official title here? Is it called 28 years? It's just called 20 years later.
20
The
years
Bone
later,
Temple?
The Bone Temple.
But
No
this
part 2, none of that.
this is a part 2 of 28
Right.
years later. I mean, from what I've heard, this movie picks up exactly where 28 years later leaves off.
In a wild place.
Yes, which was a pretty crazy ending. Very, very, very excited for this. I've heard great things. I've been starting to see headlines. I don't read reviews before I watch movies. I don't watch reviews. I don't engage with criticism before I watch the movie myself most of the time. But I have seen some headlines, some early reactions, very positive so far. So I'm very excited for this. The trailer, this looks fucking awesome. Like, looks like it's just like super crazy and scary. And Ray Fiennes like going so insane in some of the shots in that trailer. So yeah, super hyped. I love 28 years later. Cannot believe it's being snubbed on all the award shows so far. It's probably not going to get any Oscar noms, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
I mean, at least cinematography, I thought editing it was going
Some
to
sort
do
of
it for
editing,
sure.
some sort of sound design, something.
Yeah, again, that's another podcast we're going to have to do at a later time to really dig into that, like
Yeah.
just Oscar snubs, whatever. But yeah, 28 years later, The Bone Temple, directed by Nia DaCosta, looks like she's coming back with a vengeance.
Super talented. Yeah, super
She's
talented
ultra
actress.
talented. Candyman. I didn't love that movie, but I thought it looked great. It was very, very well put together.
Yes.
Really showed me what she could do as a filmmaker.
She's going to prove the Marvels wrong.
The
She's gonna
Marvels, I
prove
mean,
it was
that
a
was not-
fluke and interfered with.
Jesus Christ himself could not have directed the Marvels and made it good. Like, you know what? Like, that movie was ass, and there was the Nia DaCosta, nothing she could have done to fix that. But it looks like she's really coming back hard with The Bone Temple. So yeah, very, very hyped for that.
I'm really excited to see Jack O'Connell
Yeah,
dig into this role because it's a very small part of 28 years later. And now he'll be leading Alfie Williams in this movie, who was amazing. Like in a year of great child or young actor performances, Alfie Williams really stood out to me in 28 years later. And I'm excited to see his next steps, as well as Jack O'Connell really get into this 28 years universe, because I think he's going to fit like a glove in the strangest possible way, however.
Yeah, 20 years later, The Bone Temple is out today. It's actually out yesterday, early previews. Out today. I will be seeing it on Saturday. So tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be seeing that tomorrow. So very, very excited for that.
Must be nice, yeah.
Yeah, gonna be hype. We'll have to wait until you can see that to do a podcast on it. The first movie I have on my list, again, just going in release order here,
Sure.
is a film called Undertone. Have you heard anything about this?
I've not, no.
This is, it's a bit of a misnomer because the way I have this sorted, it already premiered at a couple film festivals in Canada, and then it's premiering in the US at Sundance later this month. So
Okay.
it's called Undertone. It's an A24 I don't know if it's financed or distributed or whatever, but it's an A24 film. It's a horror film. The logline here reads: the host of a popular paranormal podcast becomes haunted by terrifying recordings mysteriously sent her way. There
Okay.
is a trailer out for this movie. I have purposely avoided it. It's been showing up on my Instagram and stuff. I've been purposely avoiding it because I've heard really cool things about this movie. Heard that it could be really, really like interesting and creepy.
Sure.
So I try to generally avoid trailers if I know I'm going to see the movie. I know that doesn't necessarily make for great podcasting. I maybe should have watched the trailer before I talked about this so I could explain a little bit more. But yeah, really, really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Hopefully it could be
When
something.
does that come out, you said?
It's premiering at Sundance later this month, but
Okay.
it says here that it's scheduled for theatrical release on March 13th.
So if anybody wants to provide us with some press junket tickets
Yeah,
to Sundance,
We go to Sundance or just
Uh,
virtual Sundance.
please
even.
do. Please do.
Yeah,
However we
there.
can get there.
Undertone.
That's exciting. That sounds like something completely original. I think there's not a lack of originality. It's a lack of people finding original movies to watch. And that's one of them that kind of proves it to me. Wuthering Heights is coming out this Valentine's Day.
Sure.
I think it's coming out with good timing. Directed by Emerald Fennell, starring Margot Robbie. She hasn't been in movies for quite a bit, feels like, since Barbie. Right?
Barbie, right?
And then Jacob Elordi, who's coming off of a really good year.
On a hot streak.
This will be releasing around the same time as Euphoria season 3 for him as well. So he's going to continue that hot streak. Seems like some of the score is done by Charlie XCX.
Mm-hmm.
Doing some of the soundtrack and score here. Pretty exciting. I really like her music. Interested to see how it translates as the score or soundtrack for a film. As well as this is just a classic tale. I don't know much about it, but I know that I should know it. Right.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to see the movie. Seems like it's coming out around the right time of year, and it'll be something at least interesting to watch in February, right? We don't get much of that, so
Yeah, I'll be honest. I am very unfamiliar with the tale of Wuthering Heights. I know it's like this great novel that has been adapted like
right.
a couple times already into a film. It's like big romance novel or something of the sort. I
Right.
really don't know a lot about it. The main reason I'm interested in this movie is because Emerald Fennell. I think
Yeah.
she's a great filmmaker. She kind of gets some hate online, which I don't really appreciate. I I've liked all of her movies so far. I think she is very talented, has a great eye for like great cinematography, stuff that also is like provoking, either like, mentally, even sometimes physically. I mean, her movies are very like sexually explicit at times.
Yeah.
Saltburn was like her big, like, I think shot her into like the public consciousness, more so than like Promising Young Woman. But
I like Promising Young Woman more.
Promising Young Woman is a great film.
Yeah.
And I really liked Saltburn quite a bit. It was like kind of silly and a little too over the top and like
Yeah.
kind of, maybe provocative for the sake of being provocative. Some people didn't like that. I had a really good time with Saltburn. Wuthering Heights, to me, the trailer looks awesome. I think some of the shots in that trailer look fucking incredible. Like that shot of Jacob Elordi on horseback with like the red sky
Right.
behind him. Like
Right.
I'm in just for that shot alone. Like that gets me interested. Again, I'm a big Charlie XCX fan. Really think she could lend something really cool and different to the soundtrack / score of this movie. And of course, Jacob Elordi, Margot Robbie, just looking like two of the most attractive people you've ever
Beautiful
seen in the
people,
movie.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one too. My next movie, I have some smaller stuff to start off here before we get into some of the big stuff, is another horror movie. This one's called Obsession. This does have a trailer out right now, a short teaser trailer that I actually saw in the theater. The log line reads, after breaking the mysterious One Wish Willow to win his crush's heart, a hopeless romantic finds himself getting exactly what he asked for, but soon discovers that some desires come at a dark, sinister price. So, you should go watch the little teaser trailer that's out for this right now. Essentially, it's some sort of like phone call service or something. He makes a wish to make this his crush fall in love with him, and then unintended consequences ensue. Again, seems like pretty creepy, sinister, could be really good there. So again, don't know a lot about it. Don't know a lot about the filmmaker that's behind it, but the trailer got me interested. I like the premise. And this is also like stuff coming out early in the year that I think maybe not a lot of people it's not on like a lot of people's radar, or at least more general audiences. This has also premiered at a couple different film festivals in 2025. It's getting a theatrical release in May. So again, my release order might be a bit skewed here because some of this stuff has already premiered. Not actually getting a theatrical release until May. So look out for that one. I'm sure we'll get like more promo leading up to it, before it actually
This is where you
comes out.
find the gems too, though. You're absolutely right. Like we're gonna have a lot of slop. It's January, it's February, it's not the premier time to be releasing films. But you'll find gems like last year we got Companion around this time. So we'll get some stuff that sticks with us and makes us look back fondly on this year. That's one that I think you found there. One that I think will get a pretty big release and quite a bit of press. Releasing kind of at a strange time. I would figure this would be actually something around award season, but on March 6th, Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting timing coming off of the heels of a totally unconnected Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein film. We got Christian Bale starring as the monster. Jesse Buckley is going to be in this one. Jake Gyllenhaal, Peter Sarsgaard, Penelope Cruz. Insanely stacked cast. The trailers that I've seen for it are just buck wild. Like just unapologetic, weird. The shots of Christian Bale with his hair slicked back a bit. Looks like it has its visual language down, and we'll see the rest from there. It has a bunch of people that I like watching on screen. I'm sure there will be something to enjoy this. I don't know if there's something in particular I'm looking forward to from this movie. I'm waiting for it to hit me.
Yeah, I mean, everyone involved in this movie, that's what gets me interested. The idea itself, sure, a Bride of Frankenstein movie, we haven't had one of those in a long time, and definitely one with this unique of a take on it. I really liked Maggie Gyllenhaal's her debut feature, The Lost Daughter. It was a Netflix film from 2021. I think also 2021, there weren't a lot of movies out that year, so that movie got a little bit of press and fanfare. I really enjoyed it. I had not previously known Maggie Gyllenhaal was a filmmaker or had that in her bag. Coming off of that movie, really, really excited for this. Jesse Buckley, I mean, I'll talk about somebody on a hot streak right now. Jesse Buckley has been on a heater for the past like 4 years. Love her in everything. Obviously, Christian Bale, one of our goats, like one of our absolute guys. Fun to see Jake Gyllenhaal in this, being directed by his sister. That'll be
Right.
interesting.
Right.
Yeah, overall, very much looking forward to this movie. Like you said, the trailers definitely promise us something pretty unique and audacious and exciting.
Swinging for it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to The Bride.
How would it go if one of your siblings directed you in a film?
That's a good question. I don't know. I would probably be the one directing my siblings in the
Right.
film, honestly. If one of them directed me, I don't know. I mean, that could be fun though. Could be.
Quick shout out to Rudy Paykow from Ketchikan. Reminders of Him is coming out
There
on
we go.
March 13th. It's an adaptation of a Colleen Hoover novel. Another one. Speaking of someone who's on a hot streak, Colleen Hoover
Sure.
getting everything adapted like It Ends With Us. Tyreek Withers from the hit movie Him this year is in it as well as Micah Monroe, who is
Yep.
fantastic and everything.
We like
so
Mike
just
Monroe.
cool to see that Rudy Paykow is on the big screen in a big way. In a movie that'll probably be seen by the masses. Probably
Yes.
has a big built-in fan base already, and a good project for him to get into. So anticipating that, I think we're always excited whenever Rudy's in something, just to give us something to get behind and root for, just like
Shout
we're
out our
excited
guy Rudy, dude, for
for
sure.
Emilio's short films and Joey Carlick's short films. So shout
Absolutely.
out to all of them.
Shout out Rudy. Hasn't been in a whole lot of stuff since Outer Banks
Right.
recently, so hopefully he can like kind of get some juice off of this one. Unfortunately, I did see the trailer for this movie, and the entire movie is in the trailer. So
Oh, okay.
don't watch the trailer if you don't want to, because like this obviously is not a movie that I think either of us would have much interest in otherwise. I would not see this movie probably if Rudy weren't in it. It's just not really my style. I'm not really into the Colleen Hoover thing. But yeah, the entire trailer is in the movie. So if you want to know what happens to him in this movie, all you have to do is watch the trailer because it's in the first like 40 seconds of the trailer. So
Did you watch It Ends With Us?
no.
Holy
Like I said,
smokes.
I have not been watching the Colleen Hoover stuff. I probably should.
It's a fun watch.
It's such a big cultural thing though recently, so maybe I should watch the past couple so I can get into this one or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Not really my thing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I have to see before I start watching Colleen Hoover shit. Like I gotta like
Yeah.
sort my priorities out. But I
got other things to watch.
exactly. I will be watching this one though, just to support our guy because I watch anything Rudy does just to support him. So yeah, definitely gonna watch this one for sure.
Get a little box office behind it.
Yeah. Next one I have on my list. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm super excited or anticipating this movie, but it looks fun enough. Looks like it could be like, not like your typical January slop, like something that could have
Oh
could
yeah.
at least be entertaining. This is when is it getting a theatrical release in the US? It's gonna come out in January. This is Send Help. This
Okay.
is the new Sam Raimi film, which is the main reason I'm excited for this. It's because it's the new Sam Raimi
Our
film.
guy.
Another one of our guys. This is starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. The trailer essentially is like this lady works in like a corporate office setting for her younger boss who is a total asshole to her. They go on like
Oh yeah.
on some sort of
Yeah.
business flight and the plane crashes. And they end up, the two of them stranded on an island where immediately the power dynamics, the roles are reversed. She is like the one leading, he's like injured, and she is like the one that's providing for them and everything. So this could be really bad. I mean, this could not be good at all, but I love Sam Raimi, big Rachel McAdams fan. I like Dylan O'Brien too. The premise seems like fun enough. It seems maybe a little schlocky, a little like we've seen this before. But if we know Sam Raimi, we know he always puts kind of his own twist on things, his own unique
Right.
spin. So I love Sam Raimi. So that's the main reason I'm excited for Send Help.
There's this new Gore Verbinski movie coming out, or already out too as well, right? The Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Yeah.
That's another one that I think like is coming out early this year. Unique director, cool to see just different projects, right? And like you said, like not your typical January slop, elevated January slop, if we're
Sure.
gonna say. But who knows? We might like both these movies. Boo hoo, you're gonna be stuck with Rachel McAdams. Oh God,
Mhm.
what an awful predicament for Dylan O'Brien.
Right.
So I'm excited for both of those because I just think it's cool to see that these people are making films. It's like a Shyamalan film coming out, right? Is it gonna be groundbreaking, the best thing. No, but we're gonna watch it and we're probably gonna have a good time with it. So
Yeah,
excited for both those.
quick to point out that new Gore Verbinski movie. It premiered at a couple film festivals in 2025, but it's coming out in February. So look forward to that
Right.
too.
Yeah. I'm saying next another book that seems like everybody I work with right now is reading. Project Hail Mary with Ryan Gosling is coming
Yeah.
out, directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Love everything they've done. Cannot wait for their new Spider-Verse film, Beyond the Spider-Verse. But also, I think this is a good little stopgap project for them. Obviously, Ryan Gosling, kind of coming off of a huge hot streak before this. I think the late 2010s were his big hot streak, but he's still Ryan Gosling after all. Still excited to see him in this. I know nothing about the story. I know there's some sort of space type stuff involved. I haven't watched either of the trailers. I would love to read the book. I've gotten it recommended from every direction to me, so we'll see where I land on that. But I think he is alone on a space mission, no memory of who he is, why he's there. As fragments of his memory return, he discovers he's on a mission to stop the early stages of a new ice age. So,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, I haven't read the book. I know it's a super popular book. I've been seeing actually people like going through the airport and stuff carrying it around. I know it's
Yeah.
been very popular. I have watched the trailers just because I go to the movie theaters, and the trailer has been shown to me, against my will a couple times, but it looks good. I mean, again, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, again, some of our guys, like they're fucking awesome. Like I just rewatched the Lego movie the other day. That might be their best
Right.
movie. I mean, just saying,
Right.
like that movie is fucking amazing. Everything they've done is awesome. 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, the Spider-Verse movies. They're great. And
Yeah, they're a
so
good
now
tandem.
they're coming out with another live action theatrical movie, something they haven't done in a while. Really, really looking forward to it just based on the fact that it's them behind it. And of course, a great cast rounding it out. Ryan Gosling, another one of my guys. Sandra Huller, who I really liked in Anatomy of a Fall. She's awesome. And
Right.
Zone of Interest. Yeah, I love space movies. I love sci-fi. It's my favorite genre. Trailer looks like it's going to be a really fun, cool space, time and space. So yeah, really looking forward to it. The next thing that I have here, you're hitting all the big stuff, which I like. We got a good balance going here. You're hitting a lot of
Yep.
like the big stuff. I have I think some smaller stuff here. The next one I have for you is The Invite. This is
Okay.
the new movie from Olivia Wilde.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. She's still directing.
This
Wow.
is the new movie directed by Olivia Wilde. I know she was
Is it based off of the studio movie that she was making? On the
no,
studio show?
no, no, no,
Okay.
no. I wish. So she was also supposed to do a Spider-Woman movie. I think that's been canned at Sony. So now she's moving forward with The Invite, which the log line is Joe and Angela are on thin ice, and tonight might be when it all falls apart. Unfortunately, their upstairs neighbors are about to arrive for dinner, and everything that can go wrong goes worse. So
It
seems
might
like
be
to me
set in one location.
maybe like in a
They're
house,
testing those boundaries.
yeah, in an apartment, some sort of like romantic drama, maybe some comedy thrown in there sort of thing. I'm not exactly sure. That's just a log line. There are no trailers for this as far as I know. Maybe there is and I haven't seen them. This is premiering at Sundance on January 24th. So I think we will know more
Okay.
about it after it premieres. I like Olivia Wilde as a filmmaker. I really like Booksmart, like a lot. So she's still riding off of that high for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
Don't worry, darling. Not so much. But not everyone can, make it. There are going to be some
Right.
misses in there. I think if you're a filmmaker, unless you're obviously like one of the greats. But
Yeah.
I really enjoyed. I still, even in Don't Worry, Darling, I enjoy her visual eye for filmmaking. I thought that movie looked really cool and had some cool ideas to play with. It just didn't really get there for me.
Yeah.
Booksmart is like a real favorite of mine.
Really fun movie.
It's a super fun. I mean, it's literally right here in my background. Actually, my Blu-ray is right there. So, yeah, it's a movie that I really like, and that I return to when I want something like fun and exciting to watch. So, yeah, looking forward to The Invite, directed by Olivia Wilde, premiering at Sundance in a couple weeks. Has no set release date as far as theaters go for this year, so we'll have to wait for that.
Again, if anybody wants to shuffle us some passes to Sundance,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't mind them. I got 2 sequels for you coming up, and I think we're gonna weed out maybe which one is more pointless. I'm kind of excited for both of them, but I kind of think I didn't need either of them. We got Ready or Not 2. Here
Yeah.
I Come. I think directed by the same team, and starring Samara Weaving again. Poor girl, getting through a bad situation again. Then The Devil Wears Prada 2 coming out May
Mhm.
1st, with Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep, Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci, Kenneth Branagh. But again, I like both of these first movies. They're like very comfortably in that 3.5-star range for me. Movies that I can revisit with family members, friends. I'm not too sure if I need either sequel. I don't know how you feel about that. But kind of anticipating them at the same time.
I mean, I think Ready or Not kind of sets itself up for a sequel a little bit. I mean, it ends like very definitively, but there's definitely like the idea of the
Such a fun
game
premise.
has been
Yeah.
there, and like, so I can see how they can make a sequel off of that. Yeah, I enjoyed the first Ready or Not quite a bit. It's the Radio Silence guys, right? Yeah, Matt, Bettinelli, Olpin, and Tyler Gillett. Yeah, I liked Ready or Not. I also liked their Scream movies they did. So why would you not be looking forward to this, right? Like right up our alley for sure.
Right.
I have not seen The Devil Wears Prada, so I need to watch that before I have any
Oh, it's
opinion on
fun.
the sequel.
Yeah.
I've always heard good things. It's on my list to watch this year. I will definitely be watching it before the sequel comes out. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about that.
One more sequel that I know you're really excited for on May 15th. Mortal Kombat 2, baby.
Oh God.
We are so back. Looks like Carl Urban is playing Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Kind of excited for that aspect of it. I will
love
watch
Carl
Mortal
Urban.
Kombat just cause, and I love Carl Urban. You're gonna see him tonight or tomorrow night in the Two Towers.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, we'll be seeing it
but-
tomorrow night.
I don't know about Mortal Kombat as a franchise.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. The first
I
one,
like playing it.
yeah, it's a fun game. The Mortal Kombat movie was that 2021. That was a part of like the
Yeah,
when
the
HBO Max,
HBO
the Project
straight to-
Popcorn thing, right? Yeah, when they were releasing all their theatrical movies onto HBO Max. That movie was bad. I mean, let's just be honest. That movie was
Yeah.
not very good. I don't have high hopes for this for Mortal Kombat 2. However, I will be seeing it. So they already got me.
Yep.
They got me. I have a couple for you here. One that I think we might have talked about for our anticipated of 2025 of last year that never ended up coming out is Untitled Trey Parker / Matt Stone / Kendrick
Oh,
Lamar
right.
comedy.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
movie does not have a title as far as I know. There might be some speculated titles floating around. The log line is a young black man interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his. So this seems like total South Park, like
Right.
really irreverent, funny, biting commentary / comedy. The fact that Kendrick Lamar is involved in it, like obviously it lends like that much more gravitas to it. I don't know if this is an animated movie, if this is live action. I'm assuming it's live action and Kendrick Lamar is the star of this movie, but I really have no idea. But
Right.
just this, like the premise the premise alone is enough to get me like
Yeah.
totally hooked
Whenever
and
it
ready
pops
for
up,
this.
we'll be there for it.
Supposed to be releasing in May. March. Release date March 20th. So in a couple months this year.
Okay.
So we don't have anything for this movie yet, which kind of
Right.
is a little concerning. Like maybe it's not going to come out, but
Not a single thing.
no film festival premieres, nothing like that. So nothing besides that log line. That's all I have for you, but I'm looking forward to it for sure. Another one I'll throw at you is the drama. This
Okay.
is Robert Pattinson and Zendaya.
Yes.
The trailer seems to revolve around a seemingly happy couple getting ready to get married. And then things kind of start to go awry.
A bit like Malcolm and Marie with Zendaya.
There you go. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
kind of the vibe I got from the trailer, which I don't want to see another one of those, but
That's kind of, I mean, I could see that for sure. A happily engaged couple is put to the test when an unexpected turn sends their wedding week off the rails. So,
Yeah.
Zendaya, Robert Pattinson. Also, we've got Alana Haim in the mix. But
cool.
Zendaya and Pattinson, that's enough for me. Like, just
right.
that's it. You got me. Also,
slap the A24 logo on
slap
it.
the A24 logo on it, call it a day. I'll buy my ticket. Yeah, looking forward to that. I mean, Zendaya and Pattinson are on two of the biggest heaters of young
He's
movies.
about to have a big year.
Pattinson's gonna have a massive
We'll get
year.
to that. We'll get to
So
that.
yeah, absolutely, we will get to that. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that one as well. Yeah, what do you got here?
I don't know how you feel about this one. I don't know if I'm anticipating it for the right reasons, but Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Fuck.
I'm just here to
Go
remind you.
ahead.
I'm just here to remind you that it exists. I cannot believe. I think we have 2 trailers at this point now. I cannot believe this movie exists. I guess Jeremy Allen White is in this movie as Rana the Hutt,
Yeah.
who is the son of Jabba from the worst fucking Clone Wars arc ever. They're like, oh, you guys want more prequel nostalgia? We should bring back characters from the Clone Wars show. You guys all love the Clone Wars show. Let's bring back Rana the Hutt. Oh, you mean the one that almost got the show canceled? Okay. So, Sigourney Weaver's in it, I guess. I haven't really watched the trailers. I don't know if I know.
Oh yeah, she's
what's
in it.
going on here.
I've seen the trailer.
I have seen people just picking them apart and talking about the color grading and the blocking and all this stuff too.
Well,
Because
it looks like an episode of TV from the trailer. It does.
Well,
How did we get to
the
this
early
point, Dante?
Mandalorian looks so good, and it was all done by Greg Fraser, and was like the early use of the volume technology and was used right. Because I still think the volume technology is innovative and incredible. It's just that people don't know how the fuck to use it. It seems like, except for Greg Fraser.
Dude, this is just.
I don't know.
How
I
the
didn't
fuck did we get to
finish-
this point, man? Like,
I didn't finish the 3rd season of Mandalorian.
I did.
I'm so off this train, unfortunately.
Yes.
I'm so off this train. I love Jon Favreau. I think he's a great director. I think even this might be a tall task for him. This might be, if this is a good movie, this will be a greater accomplishment than Iron Man for him. On the longevity alert.
I
If
don't know
this
about
is-
that.
If this is a good movie, this will be his best accomplishment, biggest accomplishment as a director, because there is no fucking way this is going to be good.
I
to me.
just can't believe that we're at the fact where we're getting a new Star Wars movie out and we're like already thinking it's gonna suck.
Right.
Like, what the fuck, man? Also, this is the first Star Wars movie since The Rise of Skywalker, which that and alone tells you all you need to know
This is where
About-
this franchise is.
where the state of Star Wars. Like, this is the next continuation. This not the continuation, but this is the next Star Wars movie. And we haven't had one since 2019. I mean, I don't know. And the fact that it's Mandalorian and Grogu, I mean,
Does Pedro
are we even-
Pascal even give a shit about this?
is
You know,
Pedro
like,
Pascal even in this movie?
right. Like, is he actually,
Was he
been
on set? Was he on set?
He wasn't, right? Like, he is so checked out of the show. Even in the 2nd season, he was kind of checked out of the show. I don't care about Grogu. I'll say it. I know I'm an asshole.
I
but
don't care
just-
about Grogu either.
His
He should have
his
been
arc-
the end of the
his
first
arc
season.
was so done at the end of the 1st season, but I
Uh-huh.
just don't care. It's sad that I care so little about a franchise that I love so deeply.
And yet
I'm-
it's still on our anticipated movies
Right.
list. It's on my list
Right.
too. I mean, it
We're
is.
just shilling out money.
Again,
We are.
I'm going to see it. You got my ticket.
It's a
Like,
Star Wars film. Yeah.
you got me.
Remember when Star Wars films were like treats?
Yeah, when
Like-
it was like exciting and it was like,
Yeah.
Now it's
Yep.
like,
It's nice.
I don't know. This comes out in May 22nd
Yeah, let's
this year.
kicks off summer movie season.
Yeah, so hopefully the movie
The
theater week
bang.
back home, the renovation will be done. Hopefully we'll get to see this in the theater.
Oh, we can see it together. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
good. I'm coming back at you with the independent horror movies on my list here. The next one I
Throw it
have
my way. Yeah.
it's a movie called Hokum. This is Hokum. This is starring Adam Scott.
Oh, cool.
And the logline is a horror novelist visits a remote Irish inn to spread his parents' ashes, unaware the place is rumored to be haunted by a witch.
Okay.
This is directed by Damien McCarthy, who came out with a movie in 2024 called Oddity. Kind of like a marionette mannequin sort of horror film that was very decent for what it was trying to be. Low budget, kind of. It was low budget. I think it was a Shudder movie. I liked it
Yeah.
for what it was trying to do. I thought it was pretty promising. So it seems like Damien has hopefully gotten a bit more of a budget this time. He's gotten a recognizable name in Adam Scott. And I think this could be really good. So again, no trailer, no promo for this yet.
Cool.
Comes
You can-
out in May 1st,
Okay.
2026. Probably will not be
You can
showing at our
see,
local theater, but hopefully we'll see it at some point.
You can see Adam Scott in this movie already, right? Like it just fits just off the 2-sentence pitch you gave me. So cool. Yeah, it will not be released anywhere near us, but we'll definitely be there to watch it at some point. I'm coming back to something that's going to be in every theater this summer. Steven Spielberg is back, dude. This I still haven't watched. I think I watched the full trailer once when I was doom scrolling a bit, but I'm trying to stay away from it because I'm really excited about it. Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Colin Firth, Coleman Domingo, Wyatt Russell, June 12th, Disclosure Day.
Yep.
Have no clue what it's about, really. I know it's some sort of alien, UFO, something. I know it's Spielberg.
Have you seen the trailer?
I saw it while doom scrolling, but I have not retained
I gotcha.
zilch from it, right? And I'm trying not to. I know like people have already been like, if you rewind the audio, play it backwards, it says this. Like,
I
cool,
haven't gotten that deep
cool.
into it. I did see the trailer.
I've just seen it when and I'm just cool. I'm all there for it. I'm going to be there June 12th, but keep this away from me until then.
Yeah, definitely super hyped for this. Huge sci-fi guy, huge alien guy.
Spielberg
I'm a
guy,
huge Spielberg guy. I mean, like it's all there for me. I
Emily Blunt guy.
love everybody in this movie. Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, like you said, Colin Firth, Wyatt Russell. Yeah, like big cast across the board. Like a bunch of people that I really enjoy. The trailer looks good. I'm really excited for this one. I don't really want to know anything more about it. There is a shot in the trailer that I think looks kind of bad, and it's like of these animals walking up to a house, and it looks like a Coca-Cola ad, and it looks like a little fucked up. So, but I don't know, like
Got
obviously
some time to clean it up.
got some time. Obviously, still very excited for that one. Yeah, like that's got to be. If I was ranking this list, this would be very near the top of the list, top
It
5.
feels like something Spielberg would make in 30, 40 years ago, which sounds crazy to say right now, but feels like something like that. And I know he's still got the touch. Like Fabelmans is brilliant, but just feels like something that is a treat. So really excited about it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one more indie horror film, and then we'll like move on to like a different theme for me here. But I just want to shout out another movie called Shut Eye. A student
Okay.
researching sleep paralysis slips into a lucid nightmare.
Okay.
That's all I got for you. 90
Cool.
minutes long. Has not premiered anywhere yet. Coming out May 1st.
Do we know
On
who's in it?
digital. No, we have no. We have a
Okay.
cast for it. We have 2 people who I have never heard of before.
Cool.
Leah Stiles and Anthony Leroy. People who
Right.
don't really have any big credits behind their names. People that I don't really recognize. This to me I love giving these kinds of movies a chance because when they're
Right.
good, they're really good and they're like
Right.
can exceed your expectations. Like a movie like It Ends that came out last year, which I do want to talk about, when we talk about our
Yeah.
favorite movies of 2025. An indie horror movie, did some film festivals, didn't have a lot of juice behind it, but when you watch it, I mean, it's like really solid like filmmaking. That's the
Right.
kind of stuff that I love. I love indie movies that show you that there are creative people doing the work still, that it's not all big blockbusters. There are still creative people that are doing movies like because they love them and, trying to, make a career from it. So Shut Eye 2026. Wanted to throw
Cool.
that one at you real quick. I do want to give you
for every 10 of those that slips through the cracks and becomes obscure, there's one of them that hits.
exactly.
And that one that hits is, like you said, like totally worth watching the other ones for.
I do want to give you another one here. Scary Movie 6.
Right. And
I don't know
think
if this
Scream
is-
7 this year, right?
Scream 7 this year as well. Did I miss that? I probably. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
had that on my list too. Yeah. So let's just do them in tandem here. We have
Yeah.
Scary Movie 6. I think this is just titled Scary Movie again. They're doing the thing where they do the original title for the Legacy
yeah.
sequel, which I don't really like. But
Don't love it.
this is the 6th installment in the Scary Movie franchise. That's all we know about it. I think we have a lot of our returning cast here. Regina Hall coming back. A couple of the Wayans, Anna Faris, like we have a lot of our scary movie people coming back. I'm a big fan of the scary movie franchise. I think they're fun. They're always like, referential to all the horror tropes that are like existing during those times.
Right.
Interesting to see what they'll kind of satirize in this one. Maybe like they'll do like the elevated horror thing, like Hereditary.
Right.
Um,
Well, you just gave them a ton of material, right?
Right.
Everything you just listed is what the type of thing that they can riff off of.
yeah. So I'm excited for that Scary Movie 6. And then, yeah, in tandem with that, we have Scream 7. This is directed by Kevin Williams. We have said goodbye to basically all of the new Scream people that were involved in the new version of the Scream franchise. Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, those guys are all gone. We still do have Mason Gooding, who's sticking around from the previous installments. But we've also said goodbye to our Radio Silence guys, the guys behind Ready or Not 2 coming out this year.
Right.
Instead, this is directed by, like I said, Kevin Williamson, who is someone I am not familiar with at all. He has 2 directing credits on Letterboxd. One is a movie called Teaching Mrs. Tingle from 1999,
Okay.
a movie
Oh,
I've never
wow.
heard of.
Jeez.
And the second is Scream 7. So we'll see how this
Okay.
goes. Nev Campbell coming back, Courtney Cox coming back. This could be good. I mean, I'm a big Scream fan. I've never not enjoyed any of the Scream movies. I've enjoyed them, to one extent or another. I'm kind of interested to see how they navigate this, bringing back Nev Campbell again, even though she had previously come back and said goodbye, and now we needed her back because Melissa Barrera didn't want to be involved, or
It's all
there's,
she has
stuff
at
behind the
this point.
scenes. Courtney Cox too. Sure, fuck it, why not? Like, let's just see it.
One more ride.
This could potentially be the worst movie in the franchise. It's probably not going to be
Right.
the best. It could fit somewhere in the middle. So
Feels like it went
Um,
through a little mini renaissance with the last couple. It seemed like 5 and 6 were pretty well respected, well liked.
yeah,
Doesn't seem like this one has the same sort of, and it might around April is when
You
it
never
releases,
know.
so we'll see.
is that this comes out in April? You said. Let's
Like
see.
April.
No, February 27th.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Coming out quickly.
Wait.
So we'll know
All right.
very shortly if this is good or not.
Well, I think one to throw alongside of Scary Movie 6 is also, I guess Jackass 5 comes out this year.
Oh yeah,
This is the first time I'm hearing about it, but it just comes when you need it, right? Like it'll show up, we'll watch it, we'll laugh, we'll never watch it again, and I'll probably have a good time watching it.
hmm
Uh,
Okay, I'm gonna steer away from some of the more obscure stuff here because I don't want to make this too long of a list here.
sure.
I'm gonna try to hit some bigger titles here. First one I want to give you here is Supergirl.
Yeah,
Yeah, Supergirl.
that's exactly where I'm at on mine. So well done.
Trailer looks good. I thought for some reason that James Gunn was directing this movie. He is not. This is directed by
Yeah.
Craig Gillespie.
Are we sure?
Are we sure it's not directed by James Gunn though? Because it
looks like
feels like a James Gunn movie. This seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to this. I mean, I tempered my expectations. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but I think it could be like on par with Superman from 2025.
Yeah, I really like Superman. I think we're going to talk about it more actually. Like it's actually been one of my, solidified top 10 movies from last year. We'll talk about it more. I just really enjoy it. I keep coming back to it. I'm a big fan of Millie Alcock. She is excellent in her half season of House of the Dragon. I love the Superman Woman of Tomorrow comic by Tom King. It is a fun space epic that is truly set in space and lends itself well to what James Gunn is kind of trying to do, the direction he's going. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first trailer. I'm also coming in with a lot of comic expectations running on this one because James Gunn and kind of the team behind DC has been saying that they're going to really do comics justice and talking about doing like Swamp Thing movies, Clayface, all these weird, obscure heroes. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is something that he has quoted as an inspiration for this. I'd love to see that. I'm really excited about this movie still. Despite not really loving the first trailer, I'm still really banking on this being a good time. I'm really excited to see Millie Alcock as Supergirl. I think she's going to be great. I think her cameo in Superman is hilarious, even if a little bit weird and misplaced in the film. And so just excited to see the direction they go with it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good, fun, like space adventure I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but I think it's going to be, a fun time. So I'm definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to it. What do you think
I
about
got- I
Toy
got one.
Story 5?
Oh, go ahead.
What do you
Okay,
think
we're
about
right there,
Toy
yep.
Story 5? That's also
I-
coming out this year.
I hadn't even seen 4. 3 was the end for me.
You haven't seen 4?
To be honest with you, 3 was the end for me. I've never been like the biggest Toy Story fan, but I think the end of 3 was just perfect. And I think this one's toys going against more technology.
Yeah, they're versus an iPad this time.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's right. I want to just throw
not-
it in there. I'm not super
Yeah.
hyped for it. I definitely am going to see it, but yeah, I just want.
I'm sure it'll be good. I'm just not excited for it. I'm not, I don't need anything else from that.
Should have ended at 3.
Universe.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Minions 3 Mega Minions.
Okay.
Speaking of animated films, are we gonna go back to the theater in Minion suits this year? Like, is that gonna
No.
happen?
No.
Dude. But we joke about this shit. But then there's stuff like Minecraft last year that we all laughed at. We all still laugh at it because it's ridiculous that it happened. And then about a week before release, people start putting out the tweets, start putting out the TikToks of people going around to theaters. I think we might have another moment here. Whereas, like, you and I will not participate in the moment, but
Well, I'll be at the theater. I'll go see it if it's
I'll be
out
at the theater. But I just, I think this might be this year's Minecraft movie, this year's Minions movie.
That's a very good prediction there.
Mega Minions is a great title, man. I don't know what's going, but if they're gonna make the Minions huge, maybe fight one of them like the monster from Ghostbusters, I'd be all in for that. I have no clue what this is gonna be about besides the Minions.
Yeah.
but
The minions
just-
will be there. The minions will
Dope.
return.
Just so dope, man. They should do Endgame style, or not Endgame, Doomsday style trailers for this movie. Fucking spectacular that we're getting a third Minions movie. Insane.
Hold the
Insane.
Doomsday. We'll get to Doomsday.
We'll get to
We'll get there. We're going through release order. The next movie on my list is by far the movie I'm most anticipating, and
Yep.
maybe one of my most anticipated movies of my entire life, and that is The Odyssey, directed by the GOAT Christopher Nolan. This is releasing on July, 17th?
17.
July 17th, man. And you know how excited I am for this movie is I have already purchased a ticket to fly back down here to Phoenix for July 17th to go see it in 70mm IMAX here. That's how fucking hyped I am for this movie. I'm going to fly from Alaska to Phoenix to go see this movie the
In
way
the
it's
middle
really
of
meant to be
money-making
seen.
season for you.
Yes. I'm going to miss
Yeah,
out
this
on a
is,
lot of money to go see this movie. So, I mean, what more can you say? Like, this movie is going to be fucking incredible. Like, if this movie isn't 5-star all-time masterpiece, I will be disappointed. I know that's like completely unfair, but that's just where my expectations are at this point.
Right.
So,
Are you going to read the book before the movie? 'Cause
I've already read it.
I got my copy, so I never read it in high school English. I missed out on. I don't know when it was read in high school English, but I
Your
missed out
mom
on it.
is an
Seems like
English
everybody-
teacher. What you
I
never
know.
read the
I know, but we don't read at home for funsies.
right? I know. I
Um,
just figured she would have
but-
put you onto the Odyssey.
No,
at
I
some
know.
point.
We've I took the basic English courses, went into journalism, and I think like the third year of English is kind of where you read stuff
Well,
like
it's
the
more
Odyssey.
English. It's more English literature, not really journalism. You know.
And I just I've never read it. So I'm gonna read it beforehand. I have my copy. I went to Barnes and Noble on their 20% off day after
There you
Christmas.
go.
Got some Criterion collections, and grabbed the Odyssey, and I'm so excited to read it.
It's awesome.
Gonna do the Iliad afterwards as well, because I've
Yeah.
heard that is like the all-star cast. Like it's like the all-star game for the Odyssey. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
John Bernthal's in this. Let me tell you
Mhm.
something. I'll tell you about this, man.
So we talked
Uh,
about the trailer, right? We talked
Yes.
previously about the Odyssey trailer.
So sweet.
Fucking amazing, man.
Ludwig on the score.
Amazing.
Pattinson's there. Matt Damon's there. Zendaya's there. Tom Holland's there. And Hathaway's there.
And I already mentioned I saw the extended preview before Avatar, before One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like 6-minute sequence of the sacking of Troy.
God, it's so sick.
Electric stuff, man. Like that alone was enough to sell me on this movie might be the best movie of this year. So
Yeah, this is such a coming off of Oppenheimer too. Like Nolan continues to just go all out. He is not pulling any punches. He is not stopping. Like, you would think there'd be a little bit of satisfaction after the way Oppenheimer performed, the way, the way the product that turned out of Oppenheimer. And it feels like he made the only thing that could be considered bigger, and then what do you do after the Odyssey? Because I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I really think this is going to land. I really think this
Yes,
is going to be great.
me too.
I have there's excitement and then there's expectation. I have an expectation for this movie to be great, like all time great.
Yes, me
And it's
too.
just Nolan's just an animal.
Well, the story
Um,
is elemental, right? The story is like ingrained
the
in
story's all time great.
Western culture, the story itself. And it is crazy that we've never gotten a real adaptation of the Odyssey until now. And that's what
Right.
Nolan's been saying in some of these interviews that came out recently. I think it was Entertainment Weekly or or Variety. Just saying like that's why I wanted to make this movie because I was looking for great all-time mythic stories that hadn't been properly told before, and the Odyssey was
Right.
number one on that list. It just, I mean, it
Yeah.
seems so obvious, but I can't
Yeah.
believe no one had done it before. But this is going
It's
to be fucking amazing.
have you seen any of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's little press tour they're doing right now for their Netflix movie, which is out today, I think.
The Rip,
The Rip. Gonna give it a watch. Love both of them.
I'll watch that for sure.
All anyone is asking Matt Damon about is the Odyssey right
Of
now.
course,
Like they're okay, you got your Netflix film, but what about the?
of
It's got to the
course.
point where Ben Affleck, because he's been on the set of the Odyssey, like visiting Matt Damon and stopped by and whatever. They've been asking Ben Affleck about it, like what you know then, and so it's just the expectation for this movie is at an all-time high. It's at a fever pitch. I'm really excited to see Pattinson in this. We've gotten little glimpses of him. Felt like he's been kind of away a bit, even though he still has that star power. He's been
Pattinson
away a
also
bit since the
playing
Batman.
playing the villain in this movie, playing the
Right.
main antagonist,
Oh yeah. Um,
Antinous.
and
That's his
just the
name, I think.
fact of Pattinson giving the book to Nolan on Tenet, the book about Oppenheimer, and now he's going to be in the Odyssey after this. It's just like little fulfilling stuff like that. Nolan has his cast dialed in, has people like Anne Hathaway returning, who he's worked with a couple times before. No Cillian Murphy to our knowledge. We
To our
don't know.
knowledge.
No Mike O'Kane. But just Nolan and a bunch of his guys, all the stars in the universe doing their thing. Maybe this is the summer of Tom Holland, because right after that, 2 weeks later, we've got Spider-Man Brand New Day, which
Wow,
he is
2
also
weeks
in,
later, I don't think I
along with the
realized that.
Odyssey. Really excited for this one too, and really hope that I think Tom Holland gets a lot of undue flack. I think he is kind of signed on to franchises more so than bigger acting roles or
Right.
like smaller A24.
He's not
type
running
roles.
the Chalamet
but
playbook. That's
I
for
still
sure.
think I still think Tom Holland is a very good at lowest actor. That's his floor. I think he's a very good actor.
He's very, very
Um,
talented, and he should be in some of the. I mean, he's gotten very
Right.
tied up in the Marvel universe for the past
He's
decade or so.
he's brought it to stuff like Cherry. That was just not a good movie, but he was
Yeah.
good in it. But Spider-Man Brand New Day, this is one of the wildest rumors for a Spider-Man movie you could ever see, about the Hulk being in it, Punisher. Maybe there's this character. Who's Sadie Sink playing? We still don't know a lot about this movie. I'm really excited for Destin Daniel Cretton
Mhm.
to be the director of this, who directed Shang-Chi. All signs pointing in the right direction. I really hope they make to what a lot of fans would hope for is a true Spider-Man movie in the vein of Tom Holland, which I still think is a little bit unfair. I really like Spider-Man Homecoming. I think it's a true story. But definitely the Spider-Man has seen the most out of any of our Spider-Man, and we just kind of want him back in New York, back doing more Spider-Man stuff, friendly neighborhood stuff.
Mhm.
And that's what Brand New Day has kind of been promising right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. As you know, Spider-Man, my favorite superhero of all time, one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. Yeah, it's going to be good. I mean, I hope it's going to be good anyways. At least
It's going to be baseline good. They've all been.
right. Tom Holland is great as Spider-Man. I'm really interested to see kind of where the story goes. I mean, we left it in a really weird place at the end of No Way Home. Nobody remembers him, so this is at least
Right.
partially going to be a
Fresh
story
start.
a fresh start for him. He can just be Spider-Man and not have everyone know who he is, which is more in line with the traditions of the character. Cool supporting cast coming in. I do like we're going to see a version of the Hulk. It's rumored to be the Gray Hulk. Gonna have the Punisher in there, which will be a really cool antagonist for Spider-Man. I think it'll be like the most like real world antagonist this version of Spider-Man has had to face. Someone who is willing to just kill people and doesn't give a shit. And like you said, Destin Daniel Cretton did a very, very good job with Shang-Chi. Made that movie very visually appealing. I loved all the fight sequences in that movie.
He seems to really give a shit about the Marvel universe too, which I
Yeah.
appreciate in the comics. Like he seems to really feel like he's pouring into what they want to do, and that's cool to me too.
Yeah. Spider-Man Brand New Day. Didn't realize it was coming out so shortly after the Odyssey, but this summer shaping up to, hopefully have some good hits for us, week after week. Hopefully have some good stuff to see at the theater. Speaking of stuff coming out in July, on July 24th, we have Evil Dead Burn, a
Okay.
new Evil Dead movie coming out. This is directed by a person who I have never heard of before. His name is Sebastian Vanasek, I believe is how you say that
Okay.
name. He's a French filmmaker. He's made a few small horror films that I have not seen yet. This is obviously his first big franchise movie. I'm a huge fan of the Evil Dead movies. I thought the last one, Evil Dead Rise, was pretty good. Really
Yep.
mean and bloody and quite a bit of fun. No plot yet for this movie, really. It's just known as the 6th installment in the Evil Dead franchise, and that's really all we need to know. If you know Evil Dead, you kind of know what the
Right.
idea behind this movie is going to be. If you don't, I would suggest doing your homework and watching all of the Evil Dead movies up to this point because they're all pretty fun. Let me give you
Yeah.
one more here, Dante.
Go
I
ahead.
have this movie was originally or tentatively titled Flowervale Street. Now it is
Okay.
just called Untitled David Robert Mitchell Film.
Okay.
This is the new film from David Robert Mitchell, the director behind It Follows, Under the Silver Lake, and the upcoming They Follow, which is a sequel to It Follows. It Follows.
Okay. Did not know that.
Yes. They Follow doesn't have a release date yet. I think probably 2027. You can bet on that one. But It Follows, one of the most creative, unique, simple, but yet very, very well-made horror films of the 2010s. That was in 2014. And a movie that I think flies a
Jeez.
little bit under people's radar is Under the Silver Lake from 2018. This is
Yeah, with Garfield, right?
Yes, this is a neo-noir detective movie set in California. It's based around this conspiracy-obsessed nut guy who's also gets really into this weird world of conspiracies and urban legends and the idea of Hollywood being this kind of place where a lot of sinister, weird, creepy things happen. That's a great movie, Under the Silver Lake, a movie that's endlessly rewatchable because there are so many details and hidden things in that movie that you have to watch 4 or 5 hour YouTube videos on to really absorb all of it. So very, very excited for it. Was called Flowervale Street. Now it doesn't have a title on Letterboxd. The logline
Okay.
is a family
It still says Flowervale Street on the website I'm looking at.
Does
it
it?
on,
Okay,
so
well-
maybe that's, I don't know.
We'll see. A family starts to notice unusual happenings in their neighborhood. I thought there was a better logline before that. This movie starring Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor.
Well, and it was with the logline. That's a
There we
huge
go.
part of looking forward to it with David Robert Mitchell as well. J.J. Abrams produced it. I know J.J. Abrams' name does not carry the weight it did in 2006, but there's a reason why he still produces movies. He's darn good at finding good sci-fi stuff. It's kind of interesting that we don't have a big log line or plot line for it because it was originally supposed to release in 2025, I guess.
It was.
It was pushed back. And so Final Destination Bloodlines took over its original release date, which released way back in April, March or something. So it's been done for a while. So I'm kind of curious to see what the finished product is here. I'm sure they'll probably roll out trailers for that pretty soon. the rest of August kind of looks dry for me as I'm going through. I think I'm going to skip right into September. This is what I talked about with the DC universe. They're doing just kind of different stories. Clayface is slated to be one of them. It's still slated for a September 11th, 2026 release date. What I know is it's written by, and his name's escaping me right now, who writes all the Netflix series, like Haunting a Hill House, Fall of the House of Usher. He directed Doctor Sleep.
Oh, you're talking about Mike
Lord.
Flanagan. Mike Flanagan.
He wrote this. He presented the
yeah.
script to James
Yep.
Gunn. This was not something that they were planning on doing. I don't think there are any grand universe plans for Clayface of all people. But Mike Flanagan kind of pestered James Gunn about a script, is how the story goes, and came up with a really good script in that. And this is what we're getting. We're getting a Clayface movie that's produced by Matt Reeves, but not tied into the Batman universe. So
Mhm.
kind of looking forward to what we're getting here. Why are we getting Clayface before Batman in the DCU technically? What are we doing? So just kind of fun, different. Do you have any thoughts on this one really right now?
I mean, not a ton. I like Mike Flanagan, but I really know nothing about the character of Clayface. I've never read a Clayface comic. I don't think I've ever really seen him portrayed in
Bazooka
anything.
Carlo.
Looking forward to it. I the DCU is very promising to me with the Supergirl trailer. That's exciting, and Superman was good. So I'm looking forward
Right.
to anything that James Gunn puts his stamp on for the DCU, including Clayface.
I just appreciate that they're doing something unique. James Gunn has been adamant about like, hey, we're making movies when they're done. We're making them when the script is finished. We're only doing things that people want to do. I think they've kind of realized like competing with Marvel at this point is not a good course of action. They saw how that played out. Regardless of what we probably think about some of those Zack Snyder movies, I think we like them more than most. We're not cultist fans, that's for sure. But I appreciate that they're doing something different. I don't know if Clayface will be a hero or villain. He can kind of bounce to both sides in the Batman mythos. I think it's a story that lends itself really well to body horror. Clayface is usually the actor Basil Carlo, who is, a famous actor because he can be the ultimate method actor. He has a clay face that can shape itself up and turn into any character that he wants. The Terror is his biggest movie in the Batman universe. He's the star of The Terror. He's done stuff in the past, like he's pretended to be Joker for a time while Joker was sick and thwarted Batman in that way. I think we've seen a rise of some body horror type movies like The Substance coming out in 2024. And I'd assume that would be the route they're going here. So regardless, just kind of excited to see how this tragedy plays out.
I definitely want to see that. Like I said, not really a big relationship to it, but that's kind of like cool for me to not know a lot about something and just go
Yeah.
into it. Even something as IP driven as Clayface.
Right.
I'm going to hit you with two quick ones. Then I've got one that I know we both want to talk about here.
Yeah.
Coyote versus Acme. Do you remember this?
Oh my God, it's coming out.
It's coming
Okay.
out in 2026. It is.
Okay.
It is. That's what they say. It's releasing August 28th.
Okay.
So this was like a finished movie in 2024. Then the whole Warner Brothers Discovery sale thing happened. The movie was shelved for a tax credit or something. People
Yeah.
had seen it, said it was great. We've all been wanting to see it since then. And it's coming out in 2026. So
Okay.
looking forward to it. We also have The Backrooms. This is another, I believe this is another A24 horror film, based on the like creepypasta internet idea of like, you ever heard of The Backrooms? It's like,
No. Maybe I have, but no, I'm not.
it's like an internet legend thing where like there are like these liminal spaces where like no one ever lives. It's like spaces that people don't permanently occupy. They're kind of like creepy, like an abandoned office building sort of thing.
Okay.
There's just something inherently creepy about that.
Yeah.
This takes that to another level. After a therapist's patient goes missing into a dimension beyond reality, she has to enter the unknown
cool.
to save him. So,
Yeah.
I
little Stranger Things action.
yeah, just like seems like could be really fun, creepy, cosmic, horror sort of movie. Don't really
Yeah,
know a lot about it besides that. Don't know much about our director, Kane Parsons here, but I
that
do
does seem
know
cool.
that Kane Parsons in 2022 made a short film called The Backrooms. It was a found footage horror short.
Oh,
And this is based on that. So the short was obviously good enough to get a feature greenlit off of. So looking
yeah.
forward to this. The one I have that I know you and I are both super, super, super hyped for, this would probably be top 5 for both of us too, is Zach Kreger's Resident Evil. This
Yeah,
is coming out
yeah.
um September 18th. Dante, what do you think?
I'm so nervous. So Resident Evil 9 Requiem comes out, I think February 27th. It's the only I play video games a lot, but it is the only game I've pre-ordered in like the last 5 years. I'm so excited to see where the franchise goes in the video game. So that's been my main focus right now. I've worn my Resident Evil shirts to other episodes of this pod. It's one of my favorite franchises. I think it needs a good film adaptation. Um, it's just so cool. Like it's just such a there's action horror to it. It walks that line brilliantly between being genuinely creepy as hell, but also just so much fun. It's been across the globe. Like one of my favorite games is RE4, where you go to Spain to rescue the president's daughter. And you'd think it wouldn't work until you drop in. And, oh, it's the same old Resident Evil. Um, so much fun. Like this is everything that like shows like Stranger Things have leached off of, which like the government being involved in this kind of stuff, little conspiracies, Umbrella Corp on the back end. They've tried to make the Resident Evil TV show on Netflix, which was garbage a couple years ago. They've done some movies which are not offensively bad, but are not good either. Um, and now Kreger's behind it. It just feels like that thing that finally pushes this franchise over the mountaintop, and hopefully for me, like opens the floodgates. Right? I don't care if Kreger directs after this, but like open the floodgates for Resident Evil to be a household name as a franchise. And people are already talking about like Weapons needs a sequel and a spinoff with Aunt Gladys. I don't care about any of that, but have that same conversation for Resident Evil, and Kreger will be my biggest hero of all time. I love this franchise so much. So excited to see what he does. He says he's not basing it off of any one game.
He said he's never
Which kind
played
of,
the games.
yeah, he should. That kind of scares me about never played the games. But also sometimes that's what you need. You know, we've seen so many examples of people who love a property so much and just defile it, or are like too perfectionist that, or too caught in their love for it that it doesn't end up well. I think video game movies and video game shows like Fallout's a really successful show right now. We've had The Last of Us. We've had more momentum behind video game franchises than ever. You know, Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out in May. So we have more momentum around video game franchises being turned into movies than ever. And so this is kind of the time to strike. It feels like the stars are aligning. I know Elden Ring's coming as a movie sometime soon too, which I am beyond hyped for. But I think this is like the start of something really special. I think Kreger, we both know as a great director already, and seems like the perfect person to take on this kind of horror movie.
Yeah, I have never played the Resident Evil games. I've never seen any of the other movies. Like the Mila Jovovich movies that have come out or anything. I know those
Yeah.
are pretty bad from what I understand.
Yeah.
But I'm really just excited for this because Zach Kreger has his name behind it, and I know that it's some sort of horror zombie experiment kind of franchise. I don't really need to know much more than that. I just am in the bag for Kreger, and when I heard that he was doing Resident Evil, I got really excited. But I don't
Right.
want to know anything more about Resident Evil as a franchise until I see this movie, and then maybe
Right.
I'll go back play some games after that. But I really want my first experience in this franchise to be this movie.
Sure. And I hope it does. I hope it does open, you know, the pathway for people like you who like playing video games, who haven't played Resident Evil, to go play it. But also, um, there's just so much. You've seen that it's inspired fans like me who like have loved this franchise for quite a while. It's been almost a 30-year-long franchise. So you get the gravitas behind the franchise, or the power behind the franchise, and you see Kreger's name and get excited for it. So I hope it introduces film fans and video game fans alike. There's They're doing a Return to Silent Hill movie that came out or is coming out in the next couple weeks.
Coming out very soon,
It
yeah.
looks just terrible, just terrible. I don't know if I can do a bad Silent Hill movie and a bad Resident Evil movie in the same year, and I don't think I'm going to have to. I really think this is going to be a good project. I think Kramer's going to kill it.
Awesome. What else you got for us?
We don't know much about it. Digger did its little title announcement, so we got
Little
Inuyasha,
teaser trailer.
yeah, and Tom Cruise. So I've seen titles of like why you should be concerned about this movie or whatever, or like what is Tom Cruise going crazy again? Like sure, Tom Cruise going crazy. What else is new? It's Tom Cruise. It's our guy. Inuyasha is one of the best. Has just one of the best eyes for cinematography in the profession. I think. I don't know if Lizbecki is going to be the cinematographer for this, but I'm sure it's going to look great. I'm sure it's going to be an entertaining performance from Tom Cruise. That's what I have from it.
Yeah, Emmanuel Lizbecki is shooting this movie, so it's gonna look
Oh, cool.
great. We love Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. He is one of our greats. He is one of the greatest working filmmakers of the past, whatever you want to say, 25, 30 years. We love Tom Cruise, obviously one of our guys. I love the fact that Tom Cruise is coming back and doing an original movie. He's getting
Yeah.
away from the Mission Impossible franchise stuff finally, and this will really, I think, kind of set the tone for what he does next. If this movie is a big hit,
Right.
if people really enjoy this, they enjoy his performance, then maybe where he's going to go back to 80s, 90s Tom Cruise, where he was doing all
Right.
these different things. If this doesn't work, you might see another Mission Impossible coming a lot sooner than
Right.
we thought, or you might see
Yeah.
him revert back into some other franchise stuff. So this is big for Tom Cruise. This is also big for Inarritu too. Bardo a couple years
Yep.
ago wasn't a big hit. I thought it was kind of interesting, but it didn't really make a lot of noise. This will be big, one way or another. It's got Tom
Right.
Cruise starring in it. The log line is the most powerful man in the world embarks on a frantic mission to prove he's humanity's savior before the disaster he's unleashed destroys everything. Sounds like a
Sure.
fun time. Sounds very
Yeah.
intriguing. So I don't
Well,
really have
and
much to say about it other
if
than
it
that.
if it wants to be that, I think all Inuyasha movies have been around award season, right? Have created a buzz around that time. If it wants to be that, it's set up in October. If it wants to be a blockbuster, we've had some success with October blockbusters too. So we don't know much about it besides that little title. They did like a little title reveal, like, hey, the Digger. Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. But I think this is a movie that can maybe have its cake and eat it too, be whatever it wants to be. A lot of talent behind it. Gonna be entertaining one way or another. Gonna look great.
Yes. Also starring Sandra Huller, John Goodman, and Jesse Plemons. So we also have that to look forward to.
Yes. Clemens.
Next
Clemens
up,
and Goodman together, that's too much power. Jesus.
next up on my list, a movie that I don't know if I'm anticipating or if I'm dreading it or if it's a little bit of both.
Well, if this is Doomsday, let's wait really
No,
quick.
no,
for
no,
it.
this is
okay,
not Doomsday.
Okay.
But that also too. No,
Yeah.
this is The Social Reckoning.
Oh yeah.
This is the sequel to The Social Network. This is written
Okay.
and directed by Aaron Sorkin. This is starring Jeremy Strong as Mark Zuckerberg instead
Yeah.
of Jesse Eisenberg. We also have Jeremy Allen White, Mikey Madison, and Bill Burr confirmed as cast members. I don't know, man. What are we doing here? I mean, what is this going to be about? Obviously, this is about like how Facebook and social media has like completely dominated our lives and social discourse in society for the past
Right.
decade and a half. But did we need to make this movie? I don't know.
Just The Social Network has aged unlike any movie ever
It's
in the
the
last
greatest
16
movie
years.
of this century, I would say.
It has truly aged perfectly. Like you couldn't ask to age a wine better. Sorkin's a great writer, like top 3 or 4 writers in the film business to me.
Director,
Director,
He
like
hasn't-
above average director.
he hasn't
know?
always hit on the films he's directed.
I like Molly's Game. I like Trial of the Chicago 7. But I do feel like his work as a whole has taken a step back since he's been directing. I definitely think Molly's Game and Trial of the Chicago 7, while they're good scripts, are 2 of his weaker scripts when you look at his previous works. I recently rewatched A Few Good Men. holy crap. I mean, I watched it as an RIP Rob Reiner. What happened is fucking awful. But I think everybody remembers that movie for the Jack Nicholson scene and You Can't Handle the Truth and all this stuff. That entire movie is hitting on all cylinders. Like, it's so much more than the final moments of it. And I think that's Sorkin's great talent, is like, he'll make moments like fuck you flip flops. You're like, sorry, my Prada's at the cleaners, all this stuff. But the whole movie hits of Social Network too, right? Like, every line in the Social Network has you clinging onto it, has you thinking about it, is entertaining as hell. I think Social Network is his best script. I'm really,
It's the best thing he's ever been involved in, for sure.
right. I'm very like cautiously optimistic, and just like you said, like, I don't know if I'm dreading it or excited for it. Jeremy
Dread it,
Strong,
run from it.
right?
Destiny
Jeremy
arrives all the
Strong's
same.
one of the best actors working today. Jeremy Allen White's been involved in a lot of really good stuff. And then Mikey Madison coming off. I mean, she hasn't done anything.
She hasn't done anything
as far as I know. So that's, I think she's picked really good projects. You know, I think, how could you not say yes to the Social Network sequel? And then I like Bill Burr when he acts. You know, I like all the actors that have been put in front of me here. But I do, like, I get what you're saying. Like, I feel like something's wrong. Something's missing. I can't believe this is real. I think we could do an hour episode on like just the why of this. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. That's all I can say at this point.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a weird feeling. The next one that's coming out, I think, I'm not as entrenched in this franchise as many people are. I've heard a lot of people say this is their favorite Hunger Games book, which is Sunrise on the Reaping. Killing it with the cast. Like, this is what's gotten me really interested in the film, is that their casting choices have been really interesting, with McKenna Grace, Jesse Plemons, Ray Fiennes is in it.
Yep.
If you put Jesse Plemons and Ray Fiennes in a movie, I'm in. If you put either one of them in a movie, I'm in. If you put both of them, Jesus, kiss it goodbye. And then Kieran Culkin playing a young Caesar Flickerman, who's like the host of the Hunger Games, who has all the fancy hair and stuff. I'm fine with Kieran Culkin and anything too. So just kind of excited about what this entails. I know a lot of people have said that is their favorite Hunger Games book, that people have read all the books. I haven't read anything but the original 3 when I was in like middle school. But yeah, just kind of interested to see where this franchise goes. I always think there's a good place in our hearts for this franchise. I think we both kind of, you know, it grew up around the same time that we did. Just like something like Percy Jackson, maybe doesn't get us excited, but gets us like, oh yeah, it catches my eye. And I think with the casting choices, this has given me a little bit of an incentive to go watch it.
Yeah, I'm honestly not the biggest Hunger Games fan. I think all of the movies up to this point have been mid to good-ish, you know, like never really been super impressed by any of them.
I think the first 2 are the best 2.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
That's what's hard in the franchise. If it dips,
it's hard to go back up.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people our age are much more into the Hunger Games, have a much bigger relationship to this franchise than we do. I didn't love the last one. It was the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, the Rachel Zegler, Tom Blythe one. It was fine. This one, sure. I mean, I'll definitely watch it. And the cast is very interesting. So we'll see how it goes. But really, I have no real strong relationship to the Hunger Games.
Right.
So this isn't one that I'm going to be like hotly anticipating, but of course I'm going to see it.
That's what kind of makes me excited for it though, too, is like if this movie sucks, just doesn't exist.
Right. Like, who cares? It's not going to be devastating if this movie's bad.
If their cast lives up to like what a really cool cast is, and apparently, like, I know everybody says this before a movie comes out, but like, this is the best book. Okay. Like, if it's going to be the best book, and it has this cast, then if it hits all the right notes, like, it'll be a really good time. So I like the low risk, high reward on my side, where I'll just be reaping the benefits of a good movie if that's the case here.
There you go. Well, you have the Hunger Games back in 2026, and do you know who else is back in 2026?
Who else is back?
M. Night Shyamalan. He's back. He's back with a film called Remain. Architect Tate Donovan arrives in Cape Cod to design a client's summer home. Struggling with the loss of his family, he moves into a historic home where he meets Wren, a mysterious young woman who challenges Tate's perception of the world. This stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Phoebe Denevere. That's all I need to know. M.
Yeah.
Night Shyamalan. I will be
Yeah.
there. I will be there opening night.
Yep.
I think I liked Trap quite a bit. I don't think you maybe liked Trap as much as I did.
I liked the first 50 minutes of it.
It's a silly
Yeah.
movie. It devolves into a lot of silliness at a certain point, but
The butcher.
I love M. Night. I think he's awesome. I
Is
I
his
obviously
daughter gonna be
see
in this
everything
one?
he does. Probably. I'm sure she'll find a way to you
To
know,
put on for her.
weasel
album.
her way into this movie. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the logline doesn't really tell me a lot, but like every M. Night Shyamalan film, the logline isn't going to tell you a whole lot about what the movie is actually about. So I love M. Night. I'm always there for him, and I will be there for him when
Right.
it comes out when does this come out? October 25th.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Good time for a Shyamalan movie, right around Halloween. I hope she becomes, like Sofia Coppola was a horrible actress at the time in The
Sure.
Godfather Part 3 and became a pretty good director. I hope that happens to Shyamalan's daughter.
I don't think
And, like,
Shyamalan's daughter is going to become Sophia
No.
fucking Coppola. She's
No,
pretty
I
fucking good.
I don't think so either. But many parallels between Francis
Sure.
maybe and M. Night. Just guys that are off the
Okay.
fucking rockers.
Two
right?
guys that are very similar to each other, as we all know. Yes.
Two guys that
Then-
are just off their fucking rockers and have you've just watched their careers take these weird turns into something of like, I'm watching, but not because it's good.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard
That's
that
the
comparison
similarity.
before between Coppola
I don't think I've ever
and
made it.
Shyamalan, but yeah, I could see it. I could see it.
I
Uh,
know you're making fun of me for it, but I have never made that comparison. But I think there's not a huge threat there, but it exists.
How about Dante? Did you see Godzilla -1 in 2023?
I haven't yet. I own it.
You
I
own it?
haven't
You bought the
I'm-
4K?
I'm really excited to watch it.
I need to borrow that. Well, if you didn't see it, you should need to watch it
I've heard it's fucking
because
sweet.
Godzilla -0 coming out in 2026. Godzilla, we don't know. Godzilla
Right.
movie. And Godzilla -1, badass as fuck. Probably the best
And
Godzilla movie I personally have ever seen.
It's all
Uh,
the same team coming back, it looks like.
Yeah, it's pretty much everyone else coming back. Yeah, Takashi Yamazaki, writing, directing, and doing the visual effects. So this is probably going to be another Japanese Godzilla banger.
I will watch Godzilla -1 before I watch Godzilla.
I can't believe you own it, but
-0.
you haven't seen it yet. You need.
I
to
know, I
watch
just-
that.
I found it in like a $10 or whatever. I was like, sweet.
Is it 4K
Yeah.
or Blu-ray?
It's a Blu-ray.
Oh, still pretty good
Yeah.
though.
But I was like,
Blu-ray.
whatever,
And on
cool. Like,
Blu-ray, yeah,
I'm
hell
gonna
yeah.
watch this at some point, and then it's just sitting on
Hell
my
yeah. You
shelf.
got to bring that over to my house. We can watch it. The
All right.
home theater set up at my house.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What do you got for me here?
I'm to our last two, so I don't know if you want to do those yet. If you have anything else,
I've got a few. I know what your last two
Okay.
are, and so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to do a couple more, like 2 more.
like Jumanji 3,
No,
whatever, Violent Night 2.
that's actually on here, but I wasn't going to
That's
mention that.
yes, that'll be fun.
I have 2 that I really want to highlight. I have some other stuff, like some Korean stuff that might come out this year, and like really small stuff that I don't even really know what it is. Like Jack of Spades, Joel Cohen's
Right.
got a movie coming out this year. Artificial by Luke Guadagnino. It's a Sam Altman movie. Some stuff like that. I don't really want to go into details. The main stuff I want to throw out before we get to our last 2 are Greta Gerwig's Narnia coming out 2026.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like Narnia. I've read the books. I'm a big fan of the mythology. I'm a little worried about what Greta's going to do to this. It's a Netflix movie. Is she going to fuck it up? Is she going to make it really weird and different? Or, this one is The Magician's Nephew too. So it's a story we have not seen put to film from Narnia
Yeah.
before. So looking forward to it. This is also supposed to get a big IMAX theatrical release, even though it's a Netflix production. We love Greta Gerwig. Obviously, she is one of our best out right now. Everything I've seen her in, or everything she's directed, has been really good to great. Looking forward to Narnia, Magician's Nephew. The other one I have is Werewolf. This is Robert
Yeah.
Eggers.
Yeah.
Robert Eggers, our fucking guy, is back yet again with another.
Is it gonna be Christmas Day again, right?
Let's see. Narnia comes out, I believe,
Fucker,
on
he loves
Christmas.
Christmas Day.
Yes, this is also coming out on Christmas
he
Day.
loves that Christmas Day release.
Werewolf, Christmas Day, Werewolf, Christmas Day, Werewolf, Christmas Day. Narnia actually comes out November 26th, so a month before. But yeah, Robert Eggers coming back with another fucked up gothic horror monster movie based on one of like the traditional cinematic monsters. Werewolf, gonna be awesome. All you really need to say is it's Robert Eggers doing his own
Right.
werewolf movie. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Lily Rose Depp, Willem Dafoe, Rafe Ineson, all back from Nosferatu. Set in 13th century England, the story focuses on local villagers who are stalked by a mysterious creature. As the attacks continue, ancient folklore and superstition bleed into a terrifying reality. That's what we have.
Yeah,
Robert Eggers. He's one of our contemporary greats. We love him.
he is.
He's the fucking man.
It's cool that Lily Rose Depp seems to have like found her place.
I love that.
I love it. I think have you ever seen like the behind the scenes stuff from Nosferatu?
Yeah.
It's really cool on the 4K, and just she has just a bleeding like admiration for Robert Eggers, and she said like it just made her so comfortable as an actor.
He's probably so happy that he took her under his wing and has brought her into this, because she was kind of on the outskirts. She was doing some stuff, right? But this is like real like prestige filmmaking that she's doing.
That was still a performance that like deserved all the awards. Never would have gotten it, right? But
was very deserving of a lot of praise.
It won our praise. It won our like.
That would have probably won some of our the cinema cult Oscars for sure.
Right. And just cool that like she's found her place, that he's found someone that just fits like a glove into his universes too. Like it made so much sense once you saw it from the first frames in Nosferatu. So just so excited to see them collaborate again. I think it's kind of funny. Like I love Aaron Taylor Johnson, Willem Dafoe, Ralph Ineson, but then who I'm looking forward to most for this is seeing Lily Rose Depp again, which I wouldn't have thought a couple years ago. So really cool for her. Really excited for her to be in another Robert Eggers project.
All right, hit us with our last two. Let's go.
Doomsday,
baby. These are coming out the same fucking day.
We need at all costs. They need to keep this.
Yeah.
I cannot stress enough how like, Barbenheimer was fucking amazing. Doomsday is more, as much as I was excited for Barbie, Doomsday will be more in line with my interests.
Sure.
A little bit more. Yeah, they need to keep this out on the same day. I don't think there's any better way for this to happen. Marvel. Let's start with Doomsday first. Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, Marvel's in an interesting place right now. I think it's kind of funny because like I'm so excited for Spider-Man because it feels so no strings attached compared to everything else. Whereas Doomsday is like all the heat's on you. You're saying Captain America is coming back, which is just fucking insane. Such a spit in the face of a perfect ending. But I mean,
gotta get people to come back. You gotta get people into the theater.
Like, and at some point too, like you've given us nothing since Endgame to latch onto for this cast of characters. And so they're pulling out all the stops. They've got Robert Downey Jr. starring as Dr. Doom, apparently not related to Tony Stark in any way or variants in any way. We're hearing a ton of rumors about this movie.
We don't really know anything.
You don't know anything.
We know the X-Men are back. We've had the little teasers. We know it's fantastic.
Teasers have all
X-Men.
looked very good. As much as Steve Rogers coming back is not like my cup of tea, it was the teaser looked good.
It's just the bare minimum though. It's like, feeding me a crumb and telling me it's a sandwich or something.
It has nothing to do with what this product is going to land as. I'm excited because I think the Russos direct Thor really well. Out of all characters. So I'm excited to see him back. I think what Taika Waititi did was like crazy that he could make his character that he built up so bad with one movie. But I'm excited to see Thor back. Not sure how I feel about the X-Men being back, but like was cool with the trailer. But again, those have no bearing on what the product is.
If this is just people coming through portals, I'm going to be fucking pissed and I'm not going to be able to give it a pass.
Right. Like it's not, it's not just we have nostalgia and aura. You know,
I
like,
know.
we don't
We
have
need
vibes.
plot. We need
like,
story. We need
We're
a
gonna
reason to
need
care.
something here to believe this shit. And I do kind of agree. There's a part of me that, like I just said, I hate the decision of Steve Rogers coming back, but I kind of get it from their perspective, and I get why they're bringing him back. I'm terrified about Robert. I think Robert Downey Jr. is one of the best actors to ever walk this planet. But he is Doctor Doom after being Tony Stark. Like that's a heavy ask. I was not as big on the Fantastic Four movie. I did not feel a connection. Did not feel a connection with any of those characters, really, like those actors to those roles, which bummed me out because that was kind of my main selling point and should be the main selling point of Avengers versus Doctor Doom, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing in Doctor Doom with no solo Phil, no villain showdown with the Fantastic Four before. They're going for Secret Wars, which is one of the biggest Marvel stories ever. The problem is they're doing it with no setup. And, Infinity War had about 6 years of setup before that came.
Mm-hmm.
It set up into Avengers, then Avengers, you have the final do it myself moment, and then it sets up from there. This does not have that. This is a, what's the plan in Fantastic Mr. Fox? Like the go for broke, abandon everything, like I'm moving on to my second plan. My go for broke, everyone will die plan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel about Avengers Doomsday. It's like they're abandoning Kang, which they miserably tried to set up. Regardless of the thing with Jonathan Majors or not, miserable setup for him. And they're just jumping into like the biggest story you could ever tell, which is insane. I can't believe this exists. I'm looking at it on my other monitor right now, and I keep looking back over because I'm waiting for something to like change with it. Because I'm like, this can't be real.
This is coming out this year.
Yeah.
This
and like
is coming
they have
out.
not, there have been a couple, like maybe it'll be delayed, maybe it'll be this. I know it was supposed to be in May, but it seems like December really seems to be the landing date for this movie. So
December 18th.
like they put out trailers, right? They put out 3 teasers already.
Yep.
It
coming
seems
out.
like there's already been whisperings about like Damson Idris being Black Panther, which I'd be in for. I think like, I hope they do it in a tasteful way. Like I do think enough time has passed for me. We are ready for a new Black Panther. I think if we're going to cast anyone, he would be probably my first choice. So much happening. Like I still can't wrap my head around it. I know I talk so much about it, but I can't grasp it. There's nothing tangible about this movie right now.
It feels kind of surreal that this movie's actually coming out and that we're really getting this, but we are, and we're going to have to lock the fuck in because this is, we are like 2 of the biggest comic book movie fans of all time. Like we love this shit. And we love all the comics that it's based on and everything. We are so ingrained in this universe. This might be the make or break point. Like if this fucking sucks, it might be it for me. Like it's hard to say, and it probably I'm speaking hyperbolically, but like if this sucks, this is going to be a really, really big hit that I don't know if Marvel's going to be able to recover from.
You know what? How funny would it be if the Russo brothers were just the best directors of all time for like Avengers and Captain America and all this stuff, and they still can't get like their own movies off the ground?
Yeah.
Right.
They just got to come back to the Marvel
How
shit.
great would it? Imagine if this is just 5 stars, incredible plot, like Infinity War level of movie, as far as like for the comic book experience, like just pushes a new boundary, stretches our imagination to what we thought was possible on screen with this. Like, there's part of me that wants to believe they have that in them, but there's like the logical side of me who's like, there's no fucking way. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I've already started missing some entries to the MCU. Like, I didn't do Secret Invasion.
Good for you.
I didn't finish Moon Knight because that's one of my favorite characters, and I felt like they treated him like trash.
Yeah.
I have like my own opinion about a lot of stuff in the MCU right now, but this might be like the final, like, okay, we're just not doing it. Remember when the Eternals were a thing? Remember when the Eternals were supposed to be in this? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of all the failed projects they've had. So much goodwill they've built up through years of just like really solid movies. And now it does feel like it comes down to Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
Are we done talking about this?
Yeah, let's move on to the one that we're actually really fucking excited
So
for.
like, yeah, and it's on the back of it has. I know the Avengers will make money, but Dune Part 3 is right there too.
To me, it's
Which
just
like
crazy that
if Doomsday sucks, Dune is going to like run rampant in the box office and like just like really pour salt in the wound, add insult to injury. Like this is how it's done, motherfucker.
isn't it kind of insane that the Dune franchise has only been around on film since 2021, and it is just as anticipated, if not more anticipated than
Right.
Avengers Doomsday, which is supposed to be this massive, like superhero MCU epic from a franchise that everyone has loved for, over 10 or 15 years now.
Yeah.
Dune Part 3 probably will be the better movie when we talk about like
Oh,
just like objectively speaking, like
Denis Villeneuve or the Russo brothers.
yeah, exactly.
Who are you taking?
Yeah, but obviously super fucking hype for Dune 3. We loved Dune 1 and Dune 2. This one's gonna be very different from what I understand from kind of how the story in the books evolves. So
Right.
kind of looking forward to maybe seeing something different. Chalamet has said in interviews that he's playing much older in this, so it's gonna be a
Right.
very different
Shaved his
version
head
of
for it.
Paul Atreides. Shaved his head. Lots to look forward to. Obviously, Dune 2, my favorite movie of last year. Dune Part 1, just as great. Fucking love both of those movies. We love Chalamet. He's back. I mean, what did you were asking what's he gonna do next? We already fucking know what he's up to
Right.
next. He's got Dune Part 3 coming out, on December 18th. So
That's crazy.
I absolutely cannot wait. December 18th, Doomsday. Which one are you gonna see first? If you're going to the theater and they're both playing, which one are you seeing first?
I think Doomsday, and here's because if it sucks and breaks my heart and I'm done with MCU, then I can palate cleanse like within a couple hours
Yeah.
with Messiah.
I would also say
Um,
Doomsday just because that's the thing that like all the cameos and all the shit, all the nonsense, that's going to be in Doomsday and you need to see
Right.
it before you see it on Instagram or people spoil it for you or whatever. So yeah, we're going to have to see, I would also see Doomsday first.
We want
And
to see
then-
them on the same day too.
I will be seeing them both on the
think we
same day.
should.
Yes, absolutely.
Fuck.
Yes.
Can't believe this is real right now. This is super exciting.
Very, I mean, great.
Like
I mean, for
super-
us,
I know, we're-
specifically.
yeah, just nerds in general. Like, come on, what more could you ask for? But yeah, I think like I'll definitely rewatch all the Dune movies before I watch Messiah. I don't know if I'll rewatch every single MCU movie before.
Well, there's only two
Doomsday.
Dune
I'll-
movies, so
I
that's
don't know if I can do the whole MCU marathon before Doomsday, especially at this point with the TV shows and stuff.
Mhm.
And you think about like Messiah's kind of the one that like Denis did so well with the first two, and fans were like, "You got to do Messiah now. Like this is the one." And it's kind of funny because I think he kind of went in thinking about part 1, part 2. I'm going to do the book.
Mhm.
And then it became like, no, you're going to do Messiah too because we want you to. Okay. It kind of feels that way from his perspective or from what he conveys. It's cool to hear that like people like Florence Pugh were pitched on like, you're going to have a really small part in part 2, but please stick on because in Messiah, you're going to have a huge role. And it's like, we get to see Florence Pugh in this movie. Like really now, like that's exciting to me. People like Anya Taylor-Joy, Zendaya giving like, I think people forget like Zendaya is so friggin' good in Dune Part 2.
Mhm.
Like that is a truly great performance. Especially that final scene of her just waiting on the sandworm and just furious at Paul's final decision. And like, damn, like it's such a good franchise. It's everything that's right with like modern day franchises. It really does feel like you're going to see, Lord of the Rings released. Fuck you. You're going to see that the next couple days, which I'm so jealous of. But this feels like it's on a similar level of that. Like it really does. I know Lord of the Rings is something that will never be done again. I think I'm like one of the biggest Lord of the Rings fans you will talk to. But Dune feels like that type of trilogy. Like it feels like that kind of movie. It's made to this high class. It has a big budget behind it. It's going to do well at the box office. It has incredible actors. It has an interesting story. Like it's just, it's everything that's right with like blockbuster filmmaking right now.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just awesome that we have a new age franchise like this. Like Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings came out before we were old enough to appreciate that.
Right.
The Hobbit tried to do it, didn't really do it, nearly as well.
We can
Um,
talk about that.
but this is awesome. I mean, Dune Part One into Part Two, two halves of one amazing story, two amazing halves of one amazing story. And now we're kind of getting the kind of epilogue, tail end, of Messiah.
Yeah.
I've kind of stayed away from what the story actually of Messiah is because I want to be surprised.
Right.
But it's just really awesome that we are getting this version of like an awesome prestige blockbuster franchise
Right.
for us. That it, in one level, is super like nerdy and really really cool in the space of like sci-fi cinema, but also is like prestige filmmaking, like from one of
Yeah.
our great filmmakers who we both love and who is very respected, and who makes awesome stuff. Like this is an intersection of so many different things that we love. It's just really cool that we are like getting to experience this.
Yeah, it's exactly what we talked about with Chalamet on we just recorded the Marty Supreme pod, and it's like he's so tapped in with like A24, but also Blockbuster and also, and I feel like Villeneuve is just on a streak of like, Blade Runner was underappreciated. Arrival was not seen by the masses, but he's been making movies of this quality for, since like Prisoners and Sondies really. He's been making them for a long time. And with Dune being the hit that it was, and then part two surpassing that, it's just like now he's really having his cake and eating it too. Now he has like a crazy real budget behind him. Now he has fanfare. Like people know who Denis Villeneuve is now. Um, that's crazy. That it's just like it's so exciting. I don't know how else to express it. We're getting Dune Messiah. We're getting the Odyssey in the same year. A new Nolan film, a new Villeneuve film. That's pretty special. Like that's as good as summer movie season was this year, and as many like we just had good movie after good movie this summer movie season, from Sinners all the way to like Weapons. It just didn't really stop with good movies. We're gonna get to like what should be all timers next year. Like really feels like that going into the year or
This
this
year, you
year.
mean?
This year.
This
Holy
year.
smokes! Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I think we should leave it off here. 2026.
That's the most anticipated.
That's our most anticipated of 2026, shaping up to be a very solid year. And as it always goes, I mean, we've left some stuff off this list that I just didn't really feel like I wanted to mention. And there will probably be some more stuff announced in the coming months that comes out this year that probably is going to be really good that we haven't even talked about, or that's not even on our radar yet, as the festivals just start to kick off. We have Sundance coming, and then South by Southwest, and there will be, TIFF. There's going to be some film
Right.
festival finds that we don't even know about yet. So look out for those. But until then, keep listening, and we will review probably 90% of the movies we talked about on that list on this podcast in the coming year. So yeah, listen to all of that, and thanks for the support as always. Looking forward to another awesome year of watching movies. What do you think, Dante?
Yeah, just if this theater renovation where I'm at in Ketchikan goes as planned, we'll be able to talk about a lot more films in rapid succession next year and be able to maybe even get ahead a little bit on our
Yes.
schedule. Super excited for it. Keep on listening. I think we're really excited to be kind of back
Mhm.
recording 2 pods in one day.
Yeah.
Nobody's out here working like us. But I think we're both really excited for the year ahead and just rejuvenized after the holidays, and love having this podcast and love having anybody who listens.